Hello everyone, welcome back to the Shonky Lab. I'm Elton, and I'm joined today by my guest producer, Mr. Lee Harvey.
Hello.
You alright, mate? How you doing?
Yep, I'm waving as well.
It's a thing that we do, isn't it? I don't know why, but, you know, it makes me feel more comfortable. It makes me feel like I'm actually saying hello to the people there.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. And to the people that have downloaded this, when I say the people there, I mean the people in the chat room. And there are a couple of people in the chat room, so thank you very much for everyone who's joined us. I'm going to do a readout of the names, because it's like school and everything. So we've got Doreen Kelly, we've got Some&nbsp, we've got Frog Stomper, Andy Blastides, and Martin Thompson. And it says somewhere else as well, other people there. But, you know, they're not actual names, they're just others elsewhere. So
that's quite a few.
It is.
That's not a bad turnout for what is essentially filler.
It is, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's a filler to the end of the Wednesday.
Yeah, but you know, don't let that put you off.
No. Well,
it is going to be gold, just maybe a bit dirty.
Yeah.
You know, it needs a polish.
It needs refining, doesn't it?
Does, yeah.
Yeah. So if you do want to join us in the chat room in future episodes, which we record live, Jim's here as well. So there we go. Excellent. Thank you. Hello, Jim. I'm waving again. Honestly, I'm going to cut my hand off in a minute.
I'm waving and I didn't even say hello.
If you want to join us in the chat room.
It's like Mr. Chips. Do you remember Mr. Chips?
Mr. Chips.
From
Catchphrase?
Catchphrase, yeah. He's waving.
Oh, jeez. Yeah. Anyway, if you want to join us in the chat room, then please pop along to, next time we record this, to mixlr.com/RogueTwoMedia, and then you can join in the chat room. The Skype is open as well, so if anyone wants to join in on the Skype, then you're more than welcome to. It may take a bit of jiggery-pokery to get you on, but if you want to join in, then we'll get you on. And all you have to do is find me on Skype, which is eltonmcmanus, or one word, as the kids say nowadays. And yeah, just phone in and we'll talk. And today's subject is breakfasts. Or breakfast. Yeah, breakfast.
Yeah.
And yeah, kind of wanted to do this because I haven't done a real niche topic for a little while, I don't think. A real tiny topic. Although it could be massive because there's loads.
It could be. Is
there loads to talk about on this? I don't know. I'm assuming you're one of these people that have breakfast in the morning.
Yeah, I will do. But it depends entirely on what it is. Depends entirely on whether I can get up at a sensible, reasonable time, or whether I've dragged myself out of bed at the very last moment that can possibly get to work in time.
Ah, okay. So you've hit
snooze.
And
then I'll have to, and then I'll have to get something from the canteen.
Right. So, what time do you normally wake up anyway? Yeah, if your boss is listening, then add an hour on.
Oh no, I'm never late. I'm never late. That's fine. Try for about 7:30, I think. Well, it depends on what day, because Friday they do. Our work canteen does an offer on fried breakfasts. So it's like drag yourself out of bed to get into work for 7 a.m.
Yeah.
Because that means I can do an hour of work so that I don't feel quite as bad when I go and spend 25 minutes sat with another bunch of guys eating a fried breakfast.
Awesome.
Yeah, it's good. What is it they do? 7 items for £3.
Oh, okay, yeah.
It's good. Oh, I'm looking forward to Friday.
7 items? What is it?
And you go on.
Is that sausages? Would sausages?
Yeah.
Would
that's two?
If you got two,
if you had 2 sausages, that's 2 items.
That counts as 2.
Yeah.
And then
they've got like beans,
browns.
mushrooms, hash browns. Yeah, they the other things, tomatoes, eggs. You could get them to scramble some eggs for you if you prefer, or poach them. But it has fried because fried eggs, they're great. Bacon, obviously.
Mm-hmm.
the number one food.
Oh yeah, well it's got can in the title, isn't it?
Well, exactly, yeah. But you'd be amazed at how easy it is to get up. So the latest I can be in work is 9:30, and I usually arrive somewhere between 9 and 9:30 every day.
I hate you.
But Friday, well, no, because I have to do the whole time, so that just means I've got to leave later.
Frog Stomper asks, where do you work?
For the Ordnance Survey in Southampton.
Right.
But Fridays, you'd be amazed at how easy it is to get out of bed to get in there for 7 o'clock or for 7:30 because it's breakfast day.
Well, yeah, it wouldn't surprise me at all. It wouldn't surprise me. And then you get to rock up any time you want. Any other day as well. God, you got it easy. Although I think I've had the easy job. I've already spent up my easy job in my early years.
Says the man who got given free tickets to the Grand Prix.
I'm not moaning.
Whilst working, in inverted commas.
I'm not moaning. Honestly. I fully realise how lucky I am with that. And even when I was younger, we used to rock up real late as well. So yeah, I've had the easy times anyway. I've had the easy times.
So what time do you get up then? What time do you have your breakfast?
Well, okay, my alarm goes off at 6. Drag myself out, zombie styley, into the shower, and normally downstairs by about 6:30. And then
It's hot.
Well, then I'll do the dishwasher, and then I'll do the cat, feed the cat, and
so the cat gets the breakfast before you do.
Oh yeah. Otherwise, you won't get out of my feet. He's a right pain in the bum.
That's true.
And then
I've met that cat. It is true.
Then I have like the last 15 minutes of the morning before I have to leave at 7. Where I can cram 2 bits of toast in my mouth and have a cup of tea, like real quick. And I never have a massive cup of tea either because I know I'm going to be busting for a week when I get to my first job.
I always find that finishing the cup of tea when you're having your breakfast before you leave the house is almost impossible. Never leave yourself with enough time for it to cool down enough to actually be able to drink the thing.
And then for the rest of the day, you're not going to have a nicer cup of tea.
No, that's true. Because the tea for the rest of the day is almost like not a chore, but a distraction. Whereas in the morning, it's like, oh, great.
Wait, it's your wake-up call, isn't it?
Exactly. I imagine the chat room, I can't see it myself, but it's full of people going, coffee, coffee.
Do you know there's not a single person doing that?
Good. We've got some sensible listeners.
That's what I expected, yeah, because heathens love coffee in the morning, don't they?
Yeah.
I don't get them.
Like this, because if you keep drinking it, doesn't the effect stop? If you drink it all the time, and then you've got to have more of it.
Isn't that like building up
heroin.
Tolerance to it?
Well, yeah.
or heroin if you want, yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly the same.
Pretty much. Because I save coffee for emergencies.
Yeah.
If I haven't slept, or if I'm really late, or if I need to be alive quickly.
Right.
You have a coffee.
Yeah, I've never done the coffee. I've tried it. No? When I went camping with ATC a couple of times, all they had was coffee. And you just had to lump it for the weekend. And it was, I just filled it up with sugar. It was almost like a little iceberg floating in the middle of coffee.
You just showed the coffee to the sugar and then put the hot water on the sugar directly.
Yeah, that's right. And yeah, oh man, that was great. I love the smell of coffee, especially in the morning. I don't mind making the coffee in the morning, but yeah, just
right. Okay, this is another thing that I don't understand about coffee drinkers. you can get a fairly decent instant, right?
Yeah.
You can pay a bit of money for a good one. I know that you've got loads of cheap ones and rubbish ones. I get why they're no good, but I've had good instant ones. So why have you got to faff around with all that, putting it in a cafetiere and dicking about with spooning it in and waiting for it to brew and all that nonsense? That's the last thing you want to be doing in the morning, surely.
See, I like the idea. See, I'm not a coffee drinker, so I don't know. I don't know whether I'd spend 200 quid on a coffee maker. I think if I was a coffee drinker, I probably would. But
well, you are as the mayor of Great Yeldham, you are used to the finest things, aren't you?
Yeah, filters and coffee and not them little tablet things that you put in and then you have to dispose of. Nothing like that.
No.
The proper stuff where you grind it and pour it in and then filter it through there.
You only have the finest Colombian powder, don't you, Elton?
Yeah, exactly, yeah. I have been known for that. Yeah, I think if I did like it, then I would have a machine. See, even now, I still pine for a Teasmade. I know I started talking about Teasmade at the very start of Shonky Lab when I first started doing it. And it was a case of, I really fancy a Teasmade. And
what, like the alarm clock that makes your tea?
Yeah. They're amazing. My granny had one, and whenever I stayed over her house, she'd set the Teasmade for me. And so when I woke up, because she knew I'd like a cup of tea in the morning, it'll all be there, ready, piping hot, ready to go. The problem is the milk sits out.
Well, it's not that bad, is it?
Well,
you can get a UHT one.
I don't. Yes, you can. I'm just going to say yes. But
for the luxury of having the tea just made for you.
Yeah.
Right.
There's something about it that I wouldn't mind just jumping on eBay. The problem is, if I jump on eBay, there's a million other things I want to buy on there. So I kind of restrict myself from there now. Because at one point, I think I was
looking be able to get
at, what else was I looking at? The thermos flasks.
That's like a really cheap Teasmade.
No,
just gonna make the tea, put it in a flask, and leave it next to the bed.
Well, I just fancied having a proper thermos flask, but you know the tartan ones. My mum and dad had just thrown one out, and I thought, do you know? I saw one. I was like, but then it crossed my mind that no, someone else has drunk out of that many, many times. And so there's no way I'm going to buy that because it'll smell of the other people. It'd be like, no.
They would have washed it.
People have washed it, but then people also have drunk out of it. That's why I'm funny. If I go into a Costa, I always get it in a takeaway cup.
Yeah, because I was going to say they haven't drunk out of the flask, but the cup comes with it, doesn't it? They drunk out of the cup that lives on top of the thermos.
That's it, yeah.
Yeah. God, it's a cruel world, isn't it? It's going to be a bit
yellow as well, isn't it? It's going to have that yellow Nintendo colour.
Yeah, and it's not going to quite stay on the top anymore.
Yeah.
You know, it doesn't really grip the edge. It's a cruel, cruel world.
Okay,
but
so
breakfast.
Yeah,
we're talking about breakfast drinks. There you go.
Yeah, so what do you normally have for your breakfast?
Right, okay. So if I've got up at a normal good time, I've got some honey nut cornflakes.
Oh, okay.
They're my go-to crunchy nut cornflakes. I think there's the Kellogg's version. I've got like the Sainsbury's one. But at the moment, there's a pot of jam that a friend of mine's wife made when I visited them last. So I'm going through some toast and strawberry jam at the moment.
Oh, okay.
It's very nice. And I've got some, it depends on what time of year as well. Like, if it's absolutely freezing, I've got some of those instant porridge oats that you just bung in. Have you seen them? So they come in a little packet.
Is that into a microwave?
Yeah. So you tear it open, you put milk up to the line.
Yeah.
And then you put it in the microwave.
Yeah, I think I've seen them, yeah.
And then it does porridge. Now that's you open it, you put the porridge oats in the bowl, you fill the packet that you just got up with milk up to a line, put the milk in the bowl as well, zap it for a couple of minutes.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's cool.
Nice and easy. And then your whole house smells of porridge.
Yeah, but I'm leaving soon, so it's not really my problem, is it?
Fair enough.
I once got told off when I was an archaeologist, and we often had to share houses with other archaeologists as part of working away.
God, this sounds like you're regressing.
I got told off for talking of breakfast by a vegetarian for filling the house smell of bacon.
What?
On a weekend because I make bacon. Yeah, she didn't like that.
You got told off for that?
Yeah, well, vegetarians.
Oh, okay.
Weirdos.
Oh, that reminds me. My son came up to me and said about vegan eggs. There's such a thing called a vegan egg, which
right.
I didn't know anything about this.
A vegan egg?
Yeah. Okay.
Is it like a manufactured thing?
Yeah, I think it is.
Okay. So there's no egg in it. It's not like... Oh no, because there can't be any other way, because if it came out of the animal, it's not vegan, is it?
No, it's not. That's the thing. Okay, I'm just Googling vegan egg. Here we go.
Just have an egg.
Well, that's...
Just, if you chose to be vegan, be a vegan. Except I can't eat eggs.
No problem with people wanting eggs, although they smell like the devil's farts. They're disgusting things. I hate eggs. But it wouldn't make me go to a vegan egg. Right, all I want is a Wikipedia page or something on a vegan egg.
Could it be that you can't find it because it doesn't exist?
No, they are there.
Right. First
algae-based eggs.
Algae.
Or algae.
That's not...
whatever.
No, well, yeah, whichever way it is, but it's still not the word that I'd want to be associated with food. What did you have for breakfast? Oh, I had some algae.
Weird. It's really weird.
It is weird.
Oh, it comes in a... Hang on. It comes in a powder form. Right, that's very disappointing. I want a vegan egg to be an egg, but not made out of egg.
Oh, what? So you want, like, the proper shape and everything? And
shape and
yolk
shell.
In it and...
Yeah.
Yeah, you want a shell as well.
Not just out of a packet dry powder. No, that's rubbish.
They could make it out of sugar, I suppose.
Well, then
the shell
just be
I'm
sugar.
thinking of.
Oh, okay, yeah. Yeah, that'd work. But that's weird. Maybe that's just me, but yeah.
Yeah, it is weird. But then I'd consider being vegan weird anyway.
Well, I've got no problems with what people want to do. Let them do whatever they want.
No, I don't mind. Do whatever you want, but it's still weird.
Anyway, where were we before we went to destroying vegans?
Breakfast. We were talking about we'd done coffee and drinks.
That's right, yeah.
And I was talking about porridge. That was it.
That's right, yeah.
Yeah, so that's what I do for my breakfast. And if I have to go into work, it's usually a sausage or bacon butty or an egg butty.
As well as what you've just had at home?
No. This if I haven't had anything at home and I've just gone straight to work. At one stage, I had loads of those Belvita boxes. Because I think, the breakfast biscuits things.
Yes, yeah.
Yeah, I think one of the signs of the apocalypse is if you can't buy a box of those in any supermarket on offer at any one time. If they're all at full price, then run for the hills.
Yeah, it's all turning grim.
Yeah, because every time you're walking through and you're like, oh, I'll just have that. And they were really useful because I just keep them in my drawer.
Yeah.
And then if I got in without having breakfast, just munch on those.
Good man. See,
Until I gave up and started buying sausage butties instead.
Oh, Jesus, yeah, I couldn't do that every morning.
No.
I nowadays I have 2 slices on a weekday. I'll have 2 slices of toast. The problem I have is I've got the world's smallest bladder, and by the time I get to work, even though I have a small cup of tea, I still need a pee. Still need to pee. And so if I have any milk or cereal along with that cup of tea, then that's just liquid on top of the liquid that I don't need in my body already. And so I tend to save cereals for the weekend, and it's like oh God, I'm so old now. It's like a nice treat.
I was thinking, like, for breakfast at the weekend, you'd have, well, you obviously don't like eggs, do you? But
No.
something more than that, not cereal. That's a everyday breakfast, surely. Well, no, because of your bladder problems.
Yeah, that's right, yeah.
Maybe you could just have dry cereal.
Oh, God. Well, okay,
Munch
but it has to be sugary then. It has to be like the Honey Nuts or Frosties or something like that. Or Sugar Puffs.
Well, yes, that's cool, but I could happily munch on cornflakes. Just normal cornflakes.
No.
Really nice.
That's where you're wrong. You can't do...
They're nice.
No.
Why not?
That's like having dry toast.
Well, no, that is weird. Dry toast is wrong, but
Yeah.
dry cornflakes are fine.
No.
I mean, right, I'm not saying, like, you'd have that for your main, like, breakfast or anything.
Well, that's what you're saying.
But you can just take a handful of cornflakes and eat them dry. They're quite cool.
Okay. No, I couldn't do that. No.
Try it.
No, I'm not going to try it. It's not going to happen.
Live a little.
Oh, yeah, okay. Live a little by dunking my hand into dry cornflakes. Yeah, look at me. Look at me go. No, I have toast. It depends on the peanut butter that we got. I think in the spreads episode, Christ, God, we don't have to talk a load of tosh, don't we? But in the spreads episode, I was talking about...
You're saying you haven't done a niche episode for a while.
Yeah, that's
you
right.
Did a spreads episode about 3 weeks ago.
But I think I prefer the smooth because it spreads easier and just smoother and easier than the actual crunchy peanut butter. But I've got crunchy at the moment, so I'm having crunchy peanut butter in the mornings now. Or I'll just something on toast. I love the Marmite on toast as well. But weekends is where I just let the hair down, kick off the shoes, and go mad with cereal. And I'll just have a steaming, heaping bowl of probably Sugar Puffs would be my choice, I suppose.
Do you have to say to the family, clear the toilet for the next half an hour, I'm having a bowl of cereal?
I don't...
Or just sit on the toilet with a bowl of cereal, just munching.
It's because you don't do it during the week. It's really satisfying to get up in the morning, grab a cup of tea, nice big bowl of cereal, plop yourself in front of the box for half hour while you eat that stuff.
Watching cartoons, yeah.
Cartoons or someone digging for gold.
Yeah.
Normally. But yeah, okay, what about hot and cold milks? What do you normally have cold milk on?
Cereal.
Okay, but do you ever put the hot milk on anything?
No, but if I was having the porridge, it would heat up with that. But otherwise, no, that's it.
Well, porridge, you kind of have to have that hot, don't you? That's the whole idea of porridge. Yeah.
Because then you've got that red line that goes around you.
Yeah, your ready bread glow.
Yeah, that's the one, yeah.
Yeah. But, okay, so you wouldn't have hot milk on shreddies or anything like that?
No, why would you do that?
Why wouldn't you do that?
Because cold milk is better for that.
No.
What are you talking about? Why would you? No, because if you want a hot breakfast, have bacon for a start.
Right.
And if that's not available, porridge.
Right.
What else would you have apart from fried food?
Shredded wheat.
No. Oh, God.
Hot milk on shredded wheat is amazing.
How do you survive with Marmite and peanut butter and other rankness? Not putting butter on you or marge on your toast as well.
Yeah. So,
although that is actually something that's really nice. Just toast with marge or butter on it. Just that. That's brilliant.
I heard other people say that they'll put hot milk on cornflakes. And see, that is wrong.
Oh, okay. So that's wrong.
Yeah, that's wrong.
The cornflakes without any milk at all is wrong.
No, cornflakes should have ice cold milk. Everyone knows that.
Well, why? Okay, why is it one rule for cornflakes and one for shredded wheat?
Because they're totally different. They really are totally different. You get that malty smell of the shreddies as they kind of break down, and then you just end up with goop at the bottom, which has a little bit of sugar in there, and it's just stunning. It's like nectar of the morning.
Well, I'm more of a Weetabix person anyway, I think.
Yeah.
Although I wouldn't put hot milk on that. Although now I think about it, people do, don't they?
I wouldn't put hot milk on Weetabix.
No.
Why would you do that?
That's shredded wheat. It's essentially the same thing.
No, totally different.
Clues in the name.
No. No, because they're built differently. Shredded wheat.
Oh, yeah, but it's wheat.
But
wheat.
It's shredded.
Wheat.
And then you have Bix. And the Bix just break down anyway.
Right. So it essentially turns into a gloopy lump of wheat.
No, it doesn't. No.
Yes, that is what you just said a minute ago.
No.
Because you know why they both turn into the same thing? Because they are the same thing.
No. They're different. Shut up.
Shredded wheat might be a little bit more sugary. I don't know.
No, it's not. Definitely not.
Isn't it? Okay.
No. If anyone was going to be more sugary, it's going to be Weetabix. But I don't think they are.
What are you basing that on? It is literally just a block of stodge. But here is some wheat.
Don't put hot milk on Weetabix. That is so flipping wrong.
This argument has moved on now. Weetabix is just a block of wheat. There's no sugar in it. Shredded wheat is the one that's all.
No, that hasn't.
Into something else.
Yeah, I'm move on. So your big fried breakfast. So on weekends, would you have like a big fried breakfast then? You big fat heifer.
It depends on what I'm doing. Yes. Yeah, Wetherspoons is go-to for breakfasts.
Really?
Yeah. Because it's like
you're in town as well, aren't you?
Yeah, it's like £6 and you get a refill coffee thing. That you could just keep drinking it. Not that you ever do, because one cup of coffee's fine. But for example, I was in York last Saturday and I was going to a football match nearby. So stopped off in the Wetherspoons, had a large breakfast and coffee, and that sets you up for the day. But if I'm not doing anything, I'll probably just have what I normally have, to be honest. That's if I've even got up in the morning.
So like eggs and hash browns?
Nah. Oh, but what if I'm making it myself at home now? I'll just have cornflakes or toast or something. I'm too lazy.
Right.
But if I'm going out, yeah, of course you have a big fry up.
Right, okay.
At every available opportunity.
So at the Wetherspoons, what would you normally get there then?
The large breakfast.
And is that like everything that comes along? They bring out one of them massive plates that you can fit your whole body on?
No, it's like 2 eggs, 2 fried eggs, some toast, tomatoes, mushrooms, beans, 1 sausage. I can't remember if it's 1 or 2. A couple of bits of bacon. Yeah, standard big fry up.
apologies to anyone driving to work listening to this, because you know you're going to want to stop and get something like this now.
Well, that's it. You can talk about fast food restaurant breakfasts, because they do a whole load of weirdness.
Yeah, they do, yeah.
Like McDonald's, the little hash browns in the little packets.
See, I gave up McDonald's, oh God, years and years ago, because it was just too easy. It's just far too easy.
It is, isn't it?
Right, little story. When me and Amanda were younger, she was working in McDonald's, and I'd drop her off. And her work colleagues knew me so well that they'd see her and me pulling up in the car park. And by the time she'd got out and I'd walked around to the front desk to order something, they already had it ready, wrapped and prepared for me.
Is this like your breakfast?
Yeah, it was, yeah.
Yeah. What was it?
It was a double sausage McMuffin, no egg.
Brilliant.
And that was in the days before. If you asked for a double sausage, they'd replace the egg with the sausage at no extra charge.
Brilliant.
And there was at one point where I was eating 2 of them. That was bad. They were bad days, man. Put so much weight on them.
You're lucky to be alive.
I am, yeah. And you should see the confusion on their faces where one day I walked in, I went, no, just one. But you normally have 2. Like, no. Just one. And I push it across the counter back to them.
That's their sad little face.
Yeah.
He doesn't love us anymore.
Yeah, and so I think they stopped it after that. But yeah, that's, when I suppose it's because they knew Amanda and, she was working there, but that's not good when they know exactly what you're rocking up for. No,
it's not, is it? But I mean, I've had to go running today, talking about getting fat, because I've been on holiday, so I only went back to work yesterday. But I think 4 out of the last 5 days before going back, I had a fried breakfast in the morning. Really bad.
Was it fully comp then, was it? Fully comp, that's
just
wherever insurance, isn't it? All inclusive.
You mean all inclusive?
Yeah, that's what I meant. Fully comp.
No, they weren't. So I was in different places anyway. But yeah, lots of sausages and lovely bacon.
Did you get to the point where maybe towards the end of it you were just sat there going, I can't have another breakfast like that?
The last one I had, I didn't finish it.
Really?
But that might have been something to do with the bowl of cornflakes that I had before they brought it out.
Oh, yeah, but you end up filling your boots anyway, don't you?
Because you're in a hotel.
Yeah.
So it's like, well, they're putting this stuff in front of me. I've got to eat it.
Yeah.
The worst was when I was an archaeologist and staying in hotels like Alan Partridge. And you go down in the morning and there'd just be like this help yourself buffet of sausages and eggs and things.
Yeah.
And you were there every day, all week. I can't do this every single day. But like you say, it's there in front of you.
No, I couldn't do it every day. There was a period at the start of this year where I started a new job. And they sent me on a course into Nottingham. And they put me up in one of these Premier Inn hotels.
Yeah.
And I think I was there 2 mornings and proper filled my boots on that. And that was, I think that was the Monday, Tuesday. Well, no, it was the Tuesday, Wednesday, sorry. The Friday of that week, I had to take Jacob down to Butlins to play a football tournament. And we were put up there fully inclusive in Butlins. And that is a fill your boots situation. So 2 mornings that week, proper filled my boots with breakfast and dinner. Then drove all the way down to Butlins and it's the same again. And the Saturday morning you have the breakfast. Saturday night you have as much as you can. Then the Sunday, I think we went back on the Monday, and by the Monday coming, I was sat there with just a piece of toast. Everyone else eating massive breakfasts, and they're all looking at me giggling, going, "Yeah, you had enough now, haven't you? You can't do this every day, can you?" And they clearly do it every single morning.
But you can't do it, but then you kind of think you have to do it because it's there.
I was so tired. It wore me out.
We did have a week once in Braintree, actually. It was near you. It wasn't like a chain hotel. I can't remember which one it was now, but it's right in the centre of town. So they had a proper chef in the morning who was freshly making everything. And they had a really good menu and stuff.
Yeah.
So it was having salmon and eggs Benedict and every day something different, just to take advantage of being given all this free food.
Yeah.
Because the company's paying for it. Just give me the food.
It's bloody nice, isn't it?
Yeah.
Pieman70 in the chat room, he says he stays away quite a bit for work. And he has to limit himself with the breakfast buffets. Normally treats himself on the first morning and the last morning, but he has to tone it down after that, which I can understand being in that situation at some point.
That's what I'm saying. It's just hard to do. I mean, I know lots of people like bacon. For me, it's sausages. Sausages are glorious things. They're so tasty.
Mm-hmm.
And they're just there. There's a big dish full of the sausages, and you've got a bun next to it with butter on.
Yeah.
Oh, nom, 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 nom.
So if you went into a cafeteria and asked for either bacon...
A morning eatery.
Yeah, okay. And asked for either a bacon roll or a sausage roll, what would you go for?
Sausage.
I always go for the sausage.
I'd say
as well.
a sausage bap, not a sausage roll.
Yeah,
you mean
bap,
okay.
Yeah. I always go for the sausage as well, even though bacon is amazing, but you get more with the sausage.
Yeah, and it generally tastes better. But the thing with bacon, I like it really crispy. You generally don't get that when you're going out to somewhere.
No, my old man makes it like that.
Yeah. Unless it's somewhere like a bit posher where you can ask for it, they generally just throw it out, quick, and there you go, it's done.
Mm.
So as if I'm making the bacon, I'll use the grill and I'll properly crisp it up, and it'll be brilliant.
Really?
So if I'm making it, I'll probably have bacon, but if I'm out, it's sausages.
Right. What about staying in hotels then? You said about staying in hotels.
Yeah.
And, do you feel yourself up on that sort of stuff?
Well, it depends on where you are. I mean, like I say, I've just been away. So I spent a weekend in France. And that hotel was the continental breakfast.
Ah.
So you didn't have any bacon or sausage or anything like that.
What, nothing?
No, they don't have those in the continent. What happens there? Have you stayed in hotels in Europe before?
No, just in England.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay. What they do over there then is, and it's most of Europe actually that I've been to, certainly Western Europe. There'll just be a big table, and it'll be full of croissants, pain au chocolat, brioche. There'll be loads of different yogurts, fruit. There'll be a little tray with different bits of ham and cheese on it, and you'll have bits of bread and stuff. Yeah, and then there'll be coffee and juice and other stuff.
Yeah.
And we went to where was I staying? Belgium. And I think I poured cream, maybe, all over my cornflakes because I had no idea what the milk was.
Oh dear, was it cream or yogurt?
I I think I did both. Like I had a few attempts at it and got it wrong twice because they look, you don't know what the word says on it, and it looks like milk. The picture looks like milk, so you pour it. No, that's not milk. Try the next one. No, that's not milk.
That's true. Yeah.
So there were a few bowls littered around with cornflakes with random crap poured onto them. That the owners of the hotel must have thought these weird British people.
I made that mistake when I went to France to the Euros, and it was my mission in the morning to go get some milk for the morning tea, and I went into the supermarket. I don't speak a word of French, and they don't speak a word of English, and rightly so. And I went in there and I bought some, what did I buy? Some rolls and other little bits as well. And I picked up what I thought was milk. And I think there was like 3 or 4 types. And there was different coloured lids, as they would be over here.
Yeah.
And I went for the green lid because I naturally thought, pasteurised, that'd do. And he had a picture of a cow on it. So I thought, how wrong could I be? Got it back. And my brother-in-law, Matthew, he poured it out. He went, that doesn't look like milk. I went, what? We looked at it and he poured it into his tea. He went, yeah, that was yoghurt. It was gross. And then, that was it. Black tea that morning.
I've bought it now. So you're going to have yogurt in your tea.
It was disgusting. It just didn't look right. As soon as it breached that lip of that bottle, no, that was wrong, man. That was wrong. But with the continental breakfast, if I stay in a Premier Inn or anything like that, then normally you can have a continental breakfast with your... Well, I think they put on the continental breakfast, you have to pay extra for your cooked meal.
Yeah, but a continental breakfast in the UK is not the same as what it is over there.
No.
It's basically, here's a croissant and a banana.
Yeah.
And some apple juice.
Yeah, that's right, yeah.
And that's it.
But I'll go have that, and then my breakfast would turn up. So I'll have like a croissant before, and some apple juice, and maybe one of them cinnamon bagels. God, they're so nice.
Yeah.
And then you're sitting there going, oh, that's really nice. I'm full up. Oh, there's my big breakfast that's just turned up as well. And you're like, oh, God, now I've got to wade my way through that. But they're so expensive as well. Because one of the firms I worked with had the contract for the Premier Inns. And so if we had a call out in the morning, we'd attend it and the breakfast would have been finished, but it'd still be out. And they go, just help yourself.
Well, yeah, I used to work with people who would have the continental bit. They'd have the cereal and croissant or whatever. And then when the breakfast came, they'd make up a little sandwich, wrap it up, and that would be their dinner, their lunch later on in the day.
Oh, that's a good idea.
Yeah, they'd nick off with the breakfast in a bun and have it later on.
Do you know, I never even considered doing that for a lunch. It's because it's in front of me, so I have to eat it now.
Got to be eaten now. Yeah, because then you'll know that there's sausages in the bag all day.
Yeah.
You can eat them at any time.
Oh, man.
I love sausages. What was I going to say? Oh, yeah. So, speaking of foreign breakfasts, you have to congratulate the French for a chocolate pastry.
Pain au chocolat.
Pain au chocolat would get into the top 5 of breakfast things.
I don't go for them.
No? Well, that's because you've got no taste, as we've already seen with your peanut butter and your Marmite.
Well, clearly, yeah. I don't know what it is. No. Just not for me. My kids have them, and they have brioche rolls as well, which...
Butter and pastry and chocolate in one thing. with a cup of tea.
I get it. I can
They're
understand it. It's just not for me, man.
You need to try it.
Oh, I've tried them. It just feels.
You need to keep
weird.
trying it until it is for you.
It just feels weird.
Did you vote Brexit, Elton? Is this what it's come down to?
That's right. Yeah, it's all coming out now, isn't it?
You can take your chocolate breakfasts and piss off.
Keep your continental shit. I want my sausages and full English breakfast. And if I go over to your country, which I don't intend to, I'm going to have a full English breakfast over there. And if you don't have it on the menu, I will make you have it on the menu.
Yeah, a word of advice to anyone in Prague: don't bother trying to get an English breakfast. It's just not worth the effort. Sack of shit. But what gets me about the full English is if you go to Scotland, it's a Scottish or a full Irish in Ireland, etc.
Yeah.
Yet it's always exactly the same.
In what respects? Because Pie Man has said that he likes the black pudding and fried egg.
That's the difference. In Ireland, they have white pudding. In England, they have black pudding.
So, black pudding is just congealed blood.
Yes.
So, what is the white?
It's something else.
Is it what I think
I've
it is?
I've eaten it. What do you think it is?
No, I'm not going to tell you what I think it is. Is it a bodily fluid?
It's not that.
Yeah. Okay, what is it? Do we know?
I don't know, but if you keep talking, I'll check on to Google.
Right.
White pudding. Come on, here we go.
I've never had black pudding, but when let's say you're cooking pork chops, is it pork chops or other stuff that has, okay, no, it wouldn't be liver. I think it'd be pork chops, where they have the little black stuff that ends up in the bottom of the frying pan. Or the bottom of the pan. And that, you know that's the blood coming out and it just congeals. And that's really tasty, that stuff. But you're just eating blood. Which feels kind of weird.
Yeah, but it tastes nice.
Yeah. Yeah.
I don't mind.
I think Frog Stomper in the chat room is saying that white pudding is oats and sausage meat.
Yep, that's what I'm finding as well.
Yeah.
Correct.
Okay, so we're back.
10 points.
I'll have to try that. I'm going to have to try black pudding at some point as well. Because,
yeah, they're good. They're good. Get it down you with your sausages.
So what do? Do you just end up with a slice or a whole sausage worth of blood?
No, you have a slice of it.
A slice?
Yeah.
And does it come out warm or is it cold or what?
It's warm. It's fried up with everything else.
Right. Interesting. I might give that a go.
It's good.
Yeah.
If you ever are up north, the best stuff apparently comes from Bury in Manchester. So I'm told. Although, what difference pig's blood in the northwest is to, compared to the southeast, I don't know. But apparently, pig's blood up there is better.
Oh, yeah, it's fed on human remains.
Humans who've just been eating sausages.
I'm just thinking of that guy out of Snatch now.
Which one?
The one that has I can't remember his name, but he has the big glasses and he has the pig farm.
Oh, yeah.
You need about 16 pigs.
Yeah, I bet he made some really good black pudding.
Okay, I might... Yeah, Bricktop. Andy says it's Bricktop. That's him. Yeah. Scared the shit out of me, he did. He really did. I thought he was brilliant in that film. But scared the living bejesus. I would not want to be standing in a queue behind him in, let's say, the post office. Fuck that. No, thank you very much.
Yeah, so this weekend, you need to go and get yourself some black pudding for your Sunday breakfast.
Martin Thompson says, feed him to the pigs, Errol. Oh, man, now I want to go and watch Snatch.
You can.
I think I will after this. Yeah, definitely.
That's what I think. So what else have we got? We've covered continental breakfast.
Well, I'm looking at the Wikipedia page for breakfast, and it says breakfast is the first meal of the day, most often eaten in the early morning before undertaking the day's work. And the word refers to breaking the fasting period of the prior nights. That's where the name comes from. And this Wikipedia page gives you all the list of all the most of the countries in the world and what they have for breakfast. And lots of them are a few paragraphs. But there is one. See, Norway. Okay, Norway. Right. The most common breakfast is an open sandwich.
An open sandwich?
Yeah. So I'm assuming that is a slice of bread with just cheese and cold meats on top of it.
Oh yeah, that's like part of what they have at the continental breakfast.
Oh, okay, yeah.
That's what I'd have loads of. So that you just get your bit of bread, and I'd butter it, obviously, because I'm a sensible, normal human being, and put some ham or some cheese, or usually both on. Just munch that.
Yeah. And then you come down to United States.
Pancakes.
Yeah, okay, pancakes. When you think of a pancake, what do you think of?
Well, the traditional British one. The very thin thing that we have on Pancake Day with lemon and sugar. Mm-hmm. But that's not what they have. They're proper thick things, aren't they? Is it the same stuff?
I don't know what. No, I don't think it is. They
really?
Have more sweet stuff, don't they?
Well, the actual pancake itself, are they not the same? And then they put maple syrup and they do all the other stuff with it. And it's not like where we make them really thin so you can roll them up.
Mm. They
actually have a sort of thicker, smaller slab of pancake.
They build small houses out of them, don't they?
Yeah.
They have so many pancakes, you need to put a big cocktail stick through it so it doesn't fall over.
Yeah.
Pie Man says that pancakes with bacon is probably one of the greatest US contributions to food.
Yeah, I bet it's Canadian bacon though, isn't it? With Canadian maple syrup.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah, yeah. Okay, chat room. Can you tell us how they make the United States pancakes? Are they different to our? Is it just flour and milk and eggs, or is it something else? What are their waffles? Are they just pancakes, but just with like holes in them?
See, I always thought waffles were like the bird's eye ones, potatoes.
No, you get...
Are they not? Like waffles that you have in Belgium?
But they're not full of potato, are they?
I don't know. I've never had one.
I've never had one, but I don't think they're potato. Lard, and more lard.
What, in a waffle?
Brilliant. Yeah, what film did I see? I think it's Road Trip, where they have French toast.
Right.
One of the guys on there has French toast.
Fried bread, though, isn't it?
It is fried bread, isn't it?
Yeah. I think. That's my understanding of what French toast is. Oh, you won't have had eggy bread, will you?
Oh, God, why would you want that?
Because it's well nice.
No, because you've just dropped egg onto bread. You've ruined bread. Well done.
And you fried it. No, because it's amazing.
So, how do you make eggy bread then?
You dip the bread in egg, and then you throw it in the frying pan.
Jesus.
You fry it up.
I actually feel my arteries closing out right now.
It's nice.
No. I can do some. See, that's what when I first learnt what fried bread was,
Yeah.
because when I was younger, my dad would make a fried breakfast on the Saturday because he couldn't do it on the Sunday because we were playing football.
Yeah.
And so he'd make us all breakfast and he'd do fried bread, and his fried bread was really nice. But then when I learnt that they were putting lard or fat and spreading that onto the bread and
taste. Yeah.
and then frying that.
Yeah.
But, that's weird.
That's what gives it the taste.
It is what gives it the taste, but they're using lard or the fat as a food, as a spread.
Yeah.
And
Like dripping.
yeah, that put me off.
But you're designed or evolved or whatever to like fatty foods.
Yeah.
That's why all the unhealthy stuff tastes really nice.
Yeah.
Science.
Yeah, science indeed. Right.
Mm.
I've got a call coming through from Martin. I just need to... I'll hang up on him and I'll add him to it.
Okay.
He's going to love that in a minute. Right. What I'll do, I'll
welcome
add
to the
him.
Shonky Lab. Go away.
Hello, Martin.
Hello there.
Hello, mate.
Hello.
You all right?
Hello, Lee.
Hello.
What can we do for you then?
What can we do for you? Well, long time caller, first time listener. Just thought I'd share a story about the power of advertising. Now, both of you may remember adverts many years ago, the Bird's Eye Waffles, Waffly Versatile.
That's
Yes.
right. Yeah.
They showed all the different ways.
These are
I saw
potato waffles, aren't they?
Yeah, potato waffles. I saw briefly in one of them, I saw scrambled eggs on top of the waffles. And I thought, well, that looks very nice. I asked my mum to make it for me. And so she did. I've had it many times for breakfast ever since. Waffles and scrambled eggs.
Sounds good. Elton won't approve because he's got no taste, obviously.
Yeah. Sounds like hell to me. Martin, you still
Have we
there?
lost Martin?
Oh, he
No,
hasn't
I'm still there.
Oh, okay,
Oh,
sorry. I thought you disappeared then.
It's going smoothly tonight, Elton.
So
it's really working out.
Martin, you're having waffles. What the?
Yes, I have a couple of Bird's Eye potato waffles.
Okay, and then, the egg on top of. I like the waffles themselves, but yeah, egg, no. That's just wrong. But then again, that's up to everyone else on what they want.
But I guess with a Bird's Eye waffle, because it's basically just a chip, isn't it?
Well, yeah, it's
But,
not unlike hash browns, is it? I mean, it's just
but
just
a
potato.
funny shape. So whatever goes with chips, you could have it on there.
Yeah, it's
Bacon,
a nice substitute.
obviously, because bacon goes with absolutely everything.
Now, where do you stand on adding chips to the breakfast? Chips and burgers.
Then it becomes a brunch. Going by Weatherspoon's rules, if it's got chips with it, it's brunch.
But a lot of cafes do chips with breakfasts because it's just easier.
Really?
Yeah.
Why is it easier?
Well, they're coming out of the packet, aren't they?
Yeah, but you could do that with hash browns.
Yeah. It's probably cheaper then.
I don't know. It's got to be at least 11 o'clock in the morning for you to have chips on it, I think.
Yeah, you're edging into lunchtime by then, aren't you?
Exactly.
See, I never used to like baked beans for breakfast either, but that's steadily worked its way in over the years.
Well, you've got to have baked beans because then you can tick off one of your 5 a day. Straight away, done.
There was a bloke on Four in the Bed I was watching a few weeks ago, the hotel reality series. Could not abide baked beans. Serves breakfast without baked beans. Absolutely will not have them.
What, just refuse, because he doesn't like them, no one else can have them?
Yeah. I think he likes them, but not as a breakfast food. So he absolutely refuses to serve the fried breakfast with them.
That's almost as picky as Elton.
But don't you need something a bit soggy there? to balance out the whole plate. Otherwise, you just got a plate of dry stuff.
You got the egg yolk.
Oh, okay. Well then, yeah. There's the balance that I don't have.
Okay, Elton. So, what would you add to breakfast, sauce-wise?
I don't do sauces.
Oh my God!
No.
I'm with you on that, Elton. No sauces, not on the breakfast.
No.
The tomato sauce comes with the beans. That's fine, but no additional sauces.
No, you've got to have some brown sauce for your meat bit.
I bet you're the dude that sits at the table and then his whole breakfast comes along and then he just gets the ketchup or the brown sauce and then just smothers everything in sauce.
No. You put a dollop of brown sauce next to your sausages, for your sausages. The beans can do the tomato sauce for your bacon. And then eat it all and save the yolk for a bit of bread and butter, and you mop the whole lot up with that.
I just thought I'd let you know that I'm being called weird in the chat room for not liking the sauces.
Oh, weird.
No.
You're being called weird on the podcast as well.
No, I don't do the sauces. And if you sit next to a person who doesn't like sauce and then you smother your shit in sauce, then you disgust me. You will get looks. I will look at you in a disdaining way.
And you can look at me like that, and I won't even care because your opinion counts for shit because you don't like sauces.
Fair play, touche.
Do you know what? I've always thought of the king of breakfasts that's better even than sausages.
Go on.
Leftover pizza.
Oh, no.
What do you mean, no?
No.
What do you mean, no mine?
Leftover pizza?
Yeah. That pizza from the night before, you haven't eaten it because you've ordered too much. And then it's there in the morning and you just nom straight away.
Do you know, I heard a very good tip this morning for eating leftover pizza for breakfast. Now, do you find it often gets a bit soggy?
No.
As if it does, you just put like a glass of water or something in the microwave with the pizza, and that soaks up all the water.
I thought you were going to say a piece of coal. Don't you do that with lettuce?
Coal?
No, you do that with lettuce to make it crunchy, don't you? Put coal next to lettuce.
What?
Oh, right, I'm Googling this because I swear this is a thing.
That's actually, no, you've got a point, Elton, because I regularly see them selling coal in the vegetable aisle in the supermarket.
What do I type into Google to find that out, though?
Hey, this is your problem now.
I've typed coal next to lettuce. You know, hopefully that might give me some
coal
results.
Lettuce.
Can a lump of coal help keep lettuce fresh? New York Times. Thank you very much.
Did you click on the link and it just
says
no?
Can.
Just huge letters, no.
Yeah.
So, why are you asking? What a weird question.
Lettuce crispiness is related to oxygen concentration, carbon dioxide concentration, relative humidity, and temperature, among other factors. That doesn't tell me why. There's a picture of a piece of coal next to some lettuce as well. Someone's actually done it, see?
Do you sprinkle it on?
No effect was found. Nuts.
Do you have, like, on your breakfast table, salt shaker, pepper shaker, coal shaker?
Piece of
coal.
So
somebody just had the idea, let's try to see if some coal will keep lettuce fresh.
Was it in Wales or in Yorkshire?
Oh dear. Imagine Ocado just bringing coal, lots of lettuce and some coal. Well, you're going to have some crispy lettuce there, aren't you?
Buy your coal scuttles in the vegetable aisle. Here you go.
Anyway, so what was your trick on keeping pizza fresh?
You put when you're microwaving your leftover pizza, you put a glass of water in the microwave with it. It soaks up the water.
But don't you want pizza in the morning to be cold?
Yeah, I don't heat it up. There's no time. Just shove it in my mouth.
Well, it's a totally different meal cold, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, I wouldn't have hot pizza in the morning. I don't want to scare you, but that's weird.
I'm with you on that. Well, it's not weird. It's not weird compared to some of the steps of putting coal on your lettuce. But it's not a preference, no.
Yeah, Pie Man asks, how does that soak up the water?
And I think the water goes into the pizza, doesn't it, to keep so that it stops getting dry. Is that right?
I think so. I'm going to have to Google this myself now.
to Google.
There's
when
a
are
lot of
those
Googling.
T-shirts coming out, by the way, Elton?
Sponsored by Google.
Yeah. The Shonky Lab to Google T-shirts.
Wow. Okay, what other leftovers could we have for breakfast then?
Well, the ultimate breakfast leftover, bubble and squeak.
Yeah.
Okay,
That's
yeah.
just like bits of...
Yeah, bits of cabbage, bits of potato. Lovely
like
with
the
breakfast.
Is it like the leftovers of roast dinners, basically? Just fried up in a potatoey thing.
Yeah,
Yeah,
sounds
it's good.
like it.
But loads of places make it now as a thing in of itself, don't they?
What, the hipster type thing?
I guess so. But even just the sort of country pub carvery type thing.
Right, I found a link. I'm going to put it in the chat.
Okay.
Is this about coal and lettuce or water and pizza?
Oh dear.
Because don't anyone be putting.
Trying to think of a more obscure combination now.
Don't anyone be putting for their breakfast in the microwave a glass of water and a lump of coal because you've missed out there.
Because you might set fire to the coal.
Next time, leeks and Fanta.
Oh dear. So, what about curry for breakfast?
Not for breakfast.
No?
No.
No.
Oh yeah.
I mean, I'd do it, but I'd feel bad about it.
There you go. Filling a ceramic mug 2/3 with water, then placing the pizza on a plate on top of the mug as you heat it allows the water to evaporate, preventing a dry crust.
So the pizza goes directly onto the mug.
Yes.
Awesome. Okay, well, that works. I guess that you can use that for just reheating the pizza generally. It wouldn't have to be a breakfast time thing.
It's very specifically thing I actually heard on Absolute Radio this morning talking about having leftover pizza for breakfast, and they somebody said this tip.
Oh, see, even the mainstream media is ripping off Shonky Lab ideas now, Elton.
They disgust me.
I know.
Everyone
scumbags.
disgusts me. So curry for breakfast, you wouldn't have it then?
I don't think so.
No, more of a dinner.
Yeah, because if I've got curry left, enough of it left, which is unusual in itself, you'd probably save it for a proper meal. I think make
It's
some
spicy
rice or
breakfast.
something. Yeah.
Oh no, I've had madras for breakfast. Cold madras as well. I've had that. That was quite nice. I don't think I'd do it too often though.
How did you end up having cold madras for breakfast?
I had a little bit left over from the night before. I had way too much, and so left a little bit left. And there was a bit of sauce and lamb as well. And yeah, it was really nice.
The thing with like a curry though, when you get a takeaway, you usually get loads of different bits, don't you? So if there's some left, you can probably make a proper meal out of it.
Like a bubble and squeak.
Yeah. But of curry.
Oh dear.
Yeah, that's, if you've never heard of that, bubble and squeak, it's cabbage, potato, and madras.
Yeah, that's right, yeah.
There's like little mounds of curry.
Yeah.
Put in a little box on the side.
Yeah, the squeak is for something very different in that case. Yeah.
Little patties of rice and curry. It's the next That's it. You heard it here first on the Shonky Lab.
Oh, brilliant. I remember when I was younger, when I first started working as a lift engineer, and all the engineers used to go down to a cafe and the cafe would have bubble and squeak and stuff like that. And it always smelt really, really nice. And I'd walk in there and I'd have that feeling of, no, I've just had some cereal. I don't want anything else. I don't want to go in there and have anything else. And you'd be really determined walking up to the door, you're not going to have anything. And you'd walk through the door and that smell would just hit you. And you start drooling a little bit, wiping it from your mouth, and then you can see other people eating massive breakfasts and beans on toast and cheese on toast and stuff like that, and you sit there.
It's like the fish and chip shop. You can't pass it. The smell will always bring you in.
Yeah, yeah. And as soon as that door opened and you walked in there, you walked up to the counter, you go, I'm just going to have a cup of tea, just a cup of tea. Okay, what can I get you? I'll have 2 beans on toast, please, and a cup of tea. And like, oh, bollocks. But it's really nice. Really nice. Anyway. Right, have we said everything else that we want to say about breakfasts?
I don't think you talked about Norway.
Norway. Yeah, I think I did talk about Norway. They had the open sandwiches.
It's probably herring, isn't it?
That was what I was going to say, yeah. Do they not have herring?
Let me find Norway again.
Well, some people have kippers for breakfast, don't they? Or at least they did many years ago.
Smoke me a kipper, I'll be back for breakfast.
Yeah. A pancake.
I can think of eating fish for breakfast, I don't think.
Oh, no, salmon.
Yeah,
salmon and cream
goes
cheese.
well.
That's proper nice. On a bagel.
Yeah.
That's good. Yeah, salmon, cream cheese and a bagel.
They have cream cheese bagels when I was over in America. That's very nice for breakfast.
Yeah.
All heated up as well.
Yeah. But I can't think of any other fish, no. Apart from herring, but I've never tried it.
Here's something else I've been enjoying recently. Pret-a-manger do a wonderful breakfast bap. You get scrambled eggs and bacon in it. It's lovely. It's lovely bacon.
Oh, okay.
I think McDonald's do something similar. It's the thing at the moment, putting everything in a wrap.
Yeah, I love McDonald's breakfast wrap, yeah.
When I was in York, they put a Sunday roast in a wrap now. A Yorkshire wrap. It's a Sunday roast wrapped in a Yorkshire pudding.
Jesus.
I didn't get to try one, unfortunately.
Oh, don't lie to us.
I didn't, because I had an actual roast dinner.
I remember seeing somebody serving this like roast in a food truck, and that just blew my mind. It's like, you can't have a roast dinner, fast food roast dinner.
Why not? What's that?
At the time, this was quite years ago. This was an odd thing to see.
That is essentially all a carvery is, though, isn't it?
Yeah, but not out of a truck, I guess. not like you would see burgers and chips and hot dogs. Used to that. The roast dinner is something different.
It's the future. Welcome to the future.
Is it like a mini hog roast in the back of a truck?
Yeah,
yeah,
like that.
See, now that's not bad at all.
For breakfast?
Well, okay, I could do that for breakfast. I've been to early morning footballs with my son, and there's nothing nicer than having a cup of tea and a sausage roll from there. And sometimes you get the trucks that do other little bits as well.
I was going to say, my experience of Sunday League football is there's always a van selling burgers and bacon butties and things.
I won't go to the vans. I'll have a cup of tea from them. I won't have the food from them. But if the actual team itself have their own little hut, then I'll get it from there.
Okay.
Which is weird. Why I wouldn't do it from a kitchen that has wheels compared to a stationary kitchen.
Coming up next on Shonky Lab, Sunday lunch.
Have you done that already, Sunday roast?
No, I haven't. No.
Well, we could combine it with pies. That's definitely happening.
It seems to have gone on to food trucks now. Football game food.
But it's in the morning. So like I never got to do it, but I always wanted to just go and have a bacon butty at half time and just be stood in my goal, finishing it off when the second half kicks off.
My dad said that he used to do that when he used to play.
I never got the chance.
At
Lots of people had
half-time.
cigarettes.
Wasn't there a footballer who got in trouble for that a few months ago?
But eating a pie.
Eating a pie, yeah.
Somebody
Somebody dared him to eat a pie, a certain pie or something, and he did, and he got suspended because they said it was gambling or something.
Somebody put a bet on that said he would eat a pie he would be shown on TV eating a pie.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah, so he did.
And so he influenced the bet.
Yeah.
Right. Silly boy.
Anyway.
Well, once he knows of the bet, he can only influence it because he's the subject of the bet.
Yeah.
And so if he didn't, he'd still be oh, God, he's
Yes,
fucked, isn't he?
Mind blown.
Yeah. If he didn't, he'd still be influencing it.
Exactly.
And so once he oh, my word.
It's a minefield. We can talk about that on the pies episode.
Has there not been a pies episode? There must have been a pies episode.
There is going to be a pies episode.
It's on the list.
Elton promised.
It's definitely on the list of stuff to do.
Food that Lee likes. We can talk about sausages, roast dinners out of vans, and pies.
Pie and chips, pie and mash, pie and jelly deals.
Just pie.
It's just pie.
Right, breakfast. Is there anything else you'd like to say, or should we wrap it up there?
So we haven't really covered cereals properly, I don't think.
You want to go back to cereals then?
I mean, have you ever tried any of those crazy American ones? The ones that are basically just sugar.
Like
multicoloured things.
Lucky
Charms.
Lucky Charms, yeah.
Which is marshmallows, weren't they? In milk?
Oh, Golden Grahams. Do you remember Golden Grahams?
Yeah, they're amazing.
No.
Yeah, they're amazing.
Just no.
Very sugary. Very sugary.
Yeah. They're amazing.
Martin, shredded wheat and Weetabix are essentially the same thing, aren't they?
Yes.
See?
Unfortunately, my finger is hovering over the cut-off button.
It's always there, isn't it?
Yeah, it is, yeah. No, I wouldn't do that.
Yeah, I used to like Weetabix, but I never used to like shredded wheat.
Yeah, I'm the same. I like Weetabix, but not shredded wheat. But then when I was little, you'd put the 2 Weetabix in, you'd put the milk up to basically the level of the Weetabix, and then you'd spread a level of sugar on it so that you couldn't see the Weetabix. It was just sugar, and then mush it all up. That was great.
Oh, I've just had a flashback. Right, when I used to stay at my granny's, she used to buy the variety packets of
the little ones.
Oh, the little variations. Oh, yes.
And then it's always that beautiful sound of that cellophane tearing, and then you get the choice of the whole range.
It's like, I've not got just one cereal. I've got all the cereals.
Yeah. They were glorious days, they were.
But you only had enough for one bowl of each.
Yeah.
Well, now as a full-grown man, they are not anywhere near a good portion for myself.
No?
No way.
But you can't... this is your weekend breakfast, I take it.
Even if I had it during the week, that wouldn't be enough cereal.
Really?
Yeah.
So you have a lot of cereal, but virtually no milk?
Kinda, yeah.
No, it's got to be the other way round. You got to bury the stuff in milk.
No, I wouldn't have milk so to the point where you could see it.
What?
You'd splash it over the top.
So
you'd know it was at the bottom.
You're basically not having milk.
No, you have milk.
That's what you're saying. No, you're not.
Splash it over the top, and you know it's at the bottom, sitting there waiting for you. But it's not. Yeah, it's not. I don't know, festering in the milk.
No. You put your cereal in, and then you drown it in milk.
What about something like Cocoa Pops, which would turn the milk chocolatey?
I don't
Exactly.
like it.
Added bonus there.
Exactly. How can you have Cocoa Pops if you just put a thimble full of milk on there?
I don't have Cocoa Pops. I think it's something to do with chocolate in the morning.
I'm not coming on any food episodes with you anymore because you just make me angry.
Well, Pie Man in the chat mentioned Crave cereal.
Craves.
Crave cereal. Yes, it's like you say very chocolatey centre, like a biscuity shelled chocolatey centre. It tastes lovely.
No, none of that here. Elton hates fun.
Yeah, no fun on my watch.
Stop smiling, everyone.
No, I think it is something to do with chocolate in the morning.
Right.
Just doesn't feel right. Although, curry is totally acceptable.
Curry and pizza fine, chocolate no.
Yeah, that's strange. Strange people.
Chocolate is okay on Christmas morning or Easter morning, though, isn't it?
Chocolate is okay out of the advent calendar in the morning.
Right.
Yes.
Seasonal chocolate.
Yeah, because it's cheap shit that tastes really nice.
Yeah, it does, doesn't it?
But what if you take all your advent calendar chocolate and dump it in a bowl of milk?
Why would you have that? Are you one of these people that save up the chocolates? Or just
No.
Or is that day 2? All your advent calendar chocolate into the bowl.
No, I was always very restrained with the advent calendar.
Yeah,
You have 2 calendars, one to go through the whole month and one to just devour it straight away.
I've always been restrained as well. Never cleaned out an advent calendar before its time. Although I remember my brother doing that one day. Oh dear.
And when you get to Christmas Day, you always think there's going to be a bigger, better chocolate, but there never is.
No.
Yeah, okay.
No, you used to get ones with Mars bars in it, little Mars bars. That was cool. Christmas Eve.
Really? Little Mars bars?
Yeah.
Yeah, you can, yeah. I prefer the advent calendars without the Christmas Day on it, because then it's even. You got 24 windows. Nice and even.
I agree.
I thought you said for a minute there an advent calendar without Christmas on it.
Christmas Day.
That's the whole point.
Brilliant.
Surely that's just a piece of paper with like 1
Yeah,
to 24.
That's a calendar. Shonky Lab Christmas special advent calendars coming up soon.
Yeah. Just a bit of paper with 1 to 24 written on it.
Oh dear. Right, okay, I think we should draw this to a close.
Fair enough.
Cool. So thank you to everyone that's joined us. Thank you, Lee. Thank you, Martin, for phoning in. That was awesome. And sorry about the jiggery pokery that I had to do. But it works for next time. It does
indeed. I think this is my first time phoning in, so I'll definitely have to do that again.
No, thank you very much.
Well, we can fix it in the edit, can't you?
Yeah, don't worry.
Fix it in post.
Exactly, yeah.
Definitely. Thank you to everyone.
Stick around for the special. Are we going to do the special?
That won't be live. If we do the special, we will do the special, but that won't be live.
Awesome.
We'll do that in the green room.
Excellent.
Yeah, we still got time for that. So thank you to everyone who's joined us in the chat room. It's been utterly brilliant there. So thank you so much. If you are downloading this and want to join us in the chat room next time, please pop along to Mixlr.com/RogueTwoMedia, and then you can listen live and you can join in the chat room and Skype in like Martin did today. So thank you very much for that. If you want to Skype in, it's Elton McManus, and you'll get through after a little bit of faffing around, but we'll get you on.
Do you advise sending a friend request first, Elton?
Yeah. Send a friend request so then I can add you to the call straight away. That's a much better way of doing things. So, but yeah, I totally appreciate you phoning in. So thank you very much. Have you guys got anything you want to plug before we leave these guys? Martin?
No, don't think so. I regularly write columns on Dock Jury at geekplanetonline.com.
What was that again? Sorry,
that's about it. I regularly write columns on Doctor Who for geekplanetonline.com.
Ah, okay, cool. And where can they find that?
That'll be on geekplanetonline.com.
So there's no special link. Just geekplanetonline.com.
There's no special link there. Yes, you'll find it. You'll find it somewhere. There's a whole archive of reviews and columns and things.
Excellent. And Lee, would you like to tout your wares on maps?
Not really. I don't do much.
Good man.
I do the Shonky Lab. That's great. Listen to that.
Okay, fair enough. And for anyone else,
buy a map. Go buy a map of Britain.
Do that.
Yeah, keep Lee at a job. Feed a Lee.
Yeah.
My dad still has one in his car from 1986.
Awesome. I didn't do anything for that one. I was 6.
Once again. Ugh. God, I hate you. Really do.
What? You're like a year older than me.
Yeah, I am, yeah. That's it. So, please, if you've liked this rubbish that we've been doing here, then please pop along to
And this was rubbish.
Yeah. Please pop along to the Black Dog Podcast, which isn't rubbish. And you can join myself, Lee Metcalf, Darren Barnard, Mr. Jim Moon, as we talk about films. This week's episode is Saw. So get your dirty little mitts on that. Also, you can catch me on the Grand Prix Podcast and the Band of Brothers podcast, which can all be found at RogueTwoMedia.com. So until next time, thank you to Lee for joining me once again.
No worries.
Thank you to Martin for phoning in.
Thank you very much, Elton.
And it just leaves me to say, please leave quietly. This is a residential area.